Good morning from beautiful Tel Aviv. My name is Becky Keenan, and I am the president of One with Israel, Uno con Israel. And I am here in Tel Aviv, about to begin our 2015 educational journey with a group of leaders from Mexico and from the United States. But as I stand here, I can't but think about what's happening in the world, what's happening with the deal that our government is trying to bring to pass with Iran, a deal that is troublesome to say the least. So this morning, as I am here in this great land, I want to read a few points that we could go through, because what you see here in this beautiful city of entrepreneurship, technology, diversity, freedom, democracy, human rights, and so much more is in jeopardy if this deal goes through. Not to mention the safety of the whole region, the whole world, and even the United States of America, our beautiful land that we love. This proposed deal with Iran fails to verifiably eliminate every Iranian pathway to a nuclear weapon. Now, Iran is the #1 exporter of terrorism in the world. Imagine if they had a nuclear weapon. It leaves Iran as a nuclear threshold state, jeopardizes U.S. interests, and poses an existential threat to Israel and other American allies. And we need to think, in such a time as this, we need to think about our allies in the region. They're actually scratching their head and wondering what is going on. If you were one of those allies, you would too. Congress must oppose the proposed deal because of certain points. And this is where you can make a big difference. It's the power of one. One phone call, one email, one letter, one visit to a congressional office in DC, or as our elected officials come for break. You can contact them because they're in contact with their office. This would legitimize Iran as a nuclear threshold state. And with this agreement, the international community would withdraw its objections to what's been Iran's illicit nuclear program. There's so much to say about each point, and I can't get into all of them, but we don't want to open this door. Let's leave it closed. Number 2, raise the prospect of war. This does not make the region safer. In fact, it makes it more volatile. Number 3, it would also spur a nuclear race, because if bully Iran has a nuclear bomb and you are another nation that doesn't, then you feel you need to have it. And already some of our friends are wondering about this and wanting one. This is not something that would bring peace. We want to de-escalate and not escalate. Let's continue on the 4th point. This would increase Iranian support of terrorism. You know, part of this deal is a releasing of billions of dollars that were held through sanctions. Sanctions that were very strong and crippling. Sanctions that brought us to the negotiating table. Sanctions that made a better deal possible. We could have come into this negotiation from a point of strength, but we didn't. So we need to remember who we are and use our influence and power for good. Iran would use this money, and as I stand here, it's unbelievable to think that these billions of dollars could go to more weapons that would attack our ally, Israel. But they would also, they're not just staying in the region. They have an interballistic missile system, Iran, that would be used not just for Israel. They're close. Guess where they're sending their nuclear warheads if they had some? It would be to the United States. So we need to think about that. So as you meditate on these points, as an American, as a father, as a mother, as a young person, who in 15 years will have little children, who will be still a young person and who wants to see the future of the world remain stable and prosperous. I really want to encourage you to become active in making that phone call and sending that email. Another thing we don't want to do is to strengthen the Iranian regime that has been, to say the least, extreme, violent, who has American blood in their hands. And finally, this deal undermines our regional allies. We need to strengthen the people that are doing things right. Let's do that. As an American, you have a right to, as I said again, pick up the phone, make a call, and send an email or visit someone's office. You can make a big difference. You can contact nuclearfreeiran.org, nuclearfreeiran.org, and you'll get so much more information there. And also, you have the provisions to contact your elected officials right there. There's a letter. You can put your zip code, your name, and then your voice will be heard. This is Becky Keenan, starting our educational journey in the beautiful city of Tel Aviv in Israel.